Greetings, programmers! Butts and Thumbs here with Fluffy Wishes, and we're here for episode number 13 of the Frogger Competition Project, which we are doing. And in our last one, we were working on
turtles.
turtles, which for some strange reason are called logs in our particular program. But that's the fault of the people who set up the program, because they decided to show us a picture of Frogger, and Frogger has turtles and logs, and they said that it's a requirement that we call our sprite logs. But we picked the turtles because they look nicer.
Yeah.
And we want the last turtle tick.
Yes.
Yes, anyway. So here we are. We were working on making our log sprite be a lot like our car's sprite. We were just kind of going through all the things that were helpful for moving our cars across the screen and doing that for logs. And we didn't quite fit into our last one, adjusting everything. We did basically up to this point on our screen, but we still need to do the set costume, and we need to do the check if off screen and add a couple of little things. Let's add the little things in really quick, because I remember one of them is when I received tick. Then we needed to update our frog position, didn't we? Position turtle on the screen.
Yep.
I believe that is basically how it worked over here in cars. When I received tick, position the car on the screen. And what was the other
Set up
one?
for first level.
When I received setup for
Oh, actually, don't we already have that one? Yeah, we have that one.
What was the other one? This one. Check if hitting frog. Let's go ahead and just bring that one over. And it should be up at the top here. Let's bring him down. Down here. And so now we just need to update these ones. Let's go ahead and put that here like the other one. We need to update these three. So here we were checking if we're off the screen, and this direction stuff should still be right, and the desired X stuff should be right. And here we were talking about the width. It's interesting that I did it this way, because I don't think this is necessary right here, because we know the width of this guy. We keep track of it in a variable. It's just width. Just like that. So we did a little extra work in that last one. This would have been sufficient even over there in the cars. So there we go. Because we did set width up here, didn't we? Yeah. Right there. Set it right there. And that should do it for that one, checking if it's off screen and deleting it if it is. Now costume. So the costume is going to be based on whether it's a 3 or 2 turtle. And we don't actually track that, we just track its width. I wonder if we should track it. No, let's just do it per lane. So we said if turtles per lane is 2, alright. Yeah. So what we should do here, this one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do it this way. If turtles per lane of our lane number plus 1, so that's going to be the item of turtles per lane of our lane number plus 1. Because we count from 0 and Scratch counts from
1.
So lane number plus 1. If that's equal to 2, then our costume needs to be 2 turtles. Let's get rid of these other guys. And let's go ahead and duplicate that one. And if it's equal to 3, then our costume should be 3 turtles. Easy enough.
Yep.
If our direction is left, then we want to change to point in the other direction. So I think that's correct. That should work for our turtles. Now let's check if we're hitting the frog. So we don't want to set is hit by car. We need a new variable for that. Let's go ahead and make one for all sprites called is touching log turtle. Okay. And this one's interesting because we need to unset it in some cases. Let's leave it for now. For now, let's just leave it. And we'll have to deal with when he completes a jump in a little bit. Okay. So for now, we'll just say if he's touching the frog, then his touching turtle's true. But the problem is we're not setting it back to false at any point when he jumps. We're gonna have to work on that later. But let's see how this has affected our game. We've made a lot of changes here, so there's a very good chance we've made a mistake. But let's see what we've done. Make this bigger. Press play. Ooh, it kind of works.
They're too far apart. You can't jump from...
Well, the top one is especially bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's not so bad. And as you notice, we're not moving with our logs, which we were supposed to be. Actually, I think it's not so bad, Haley.
All right.
Fluffy wishes. It's not too bad. This works for a game, I think. Time's up. If we need to change it, we can.
We can.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. I thought there might be problems, but there wasn't. We did it right.
Yay!
Yay? Good. Okay. So, now that we have our logs moving across and the turtles are going across, we need to keep track of this little thing which I told you about, which was bad. And that is when we jump, when we complete our jump, if we're not touching a log, or a turtle in this case, we are supposed to splash and reset, lose a life.
Yeah.
Right? That's actually kept track of by the frog. If you remember, the frog handles his own jump, and at some point he checks to see when he's completed a jump. So check for jump completion, and that happens down here. No, it doesn't happen here. Where did we move it to? It's probably over here. Check for jump completion. So at the end of a jump, when jumping into one of the lanes that is a turtle, we should check if he's on a turtle or not. If he's not, he's supposed to play a splashing sound, lose a life, and go back to the middle. Okay? So I think that's enough to merit its own block. Check for splash. Okay? And check for splash we can put underneath if we want to. And we're going to need to make sure we check for the splash after we've reset all this stuff. So let's go ahead and check for the splash. And this if right here was checking that the jump is really done. Okay? So when the jump is really, really done, we need to check for that splash. And first things first, we should only be concerned about checking for a splash if the current row that we decided to go into is actually a row that has turtles in it. Or if it's this top row right here. So if our row is greater than our current row, is greater than, and that would be the number of turtle rows. Turtle row count. So there are 4 turtle rows. And we need to check both for this top row and for rows 1, 2, 3, and 4, because the top row is row 0. And then there are 4 turtle rows, so we need to check for 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if it's 4, we still want to do this. But if it's greater than that, we don't. So what we're going to do here is say, if it's greater than that, then we just want to stop this script. Not all scripts, just this one. We don't need to check for splash anymore because it couldn't possibly be a splash. The next thing we want to do is we want to know if it's touching a lily pad. So the interesting thing here is I've never tested Scratch to see this, if this is the case or not, but will it check for all clones of the lily pad? So let's do this really quick. If we are touching lily pad, then we win.
Yay!
So let's go ahead and do this. Let's duplicate the game over sprite. Only this is the you win sprite. And the you win sprite should do these same things. Only this is going to be the you win message. Okay. And let's go ahead and change that costume so that this is no longer the case. It is now you win. You ein. You win. Just like that. There we go. When we hit play, this should just go away. Okay. So there we go. There's the you win. And the frog should say that when it's time to win, which is way over here, if we're touching a lily pad, if we've jumped and we're on a lily pad, we won, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, what we want to do is make sure we stop running. So set is running to false. And that will stop our game loop. And we can go ahead and broadcast. You win.
You win!
Alright, so I'm a little curious if this works. The best way to check to see if it works is to try it.
Yep.
Right? So I'm almost positive that it will work for this one.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know about the others. So let's go ahead and see.
We have to press the start button.
We have to press the start button, don't we? So there we go. Let's not get hit by a car. And we don't have to worry about those guys too much because we haven't done splash yet. Game over.
Oh.
Why did it go game over? What did I do that would have caused game over? Did I change it in game over and not you win? I broadcast you win. We're touching a lily pad. And let's look at both of these. That's game over. And that's you win. So what would cause a game over if I got up there? The only time we broadcast game over, where did we do that? That's if you got hit by a car, I thought. That, right? That's where we broadcast game over.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try this. Let's go to you win. Let's get rid of this. Just like try it all over again in case it just had problems. You win. And then the frog. Is running as false. Broadcast you win. That guy sure looks like you win, right? Oh, look at this. Oh, that you win.
It's a typo.
Yeah, the other one had a typo too. Okay.
Game's over.
Here we go.
You win.
And this guy should not be reacting to you win, just a game over. So let's try again. Play, make it big, let's jump. Let's jump so we definitely don't hit the lily pad, see nothing happens. Game over.
Before it like flashed as you win and then it became
Did
game
both
over.
of them show up?
I think so. I'm not sure. I wasn't playing
Well, let's
very
see.
close
Game
attention.
Is definitely shown and is also shown.
And then game over's on top. Maybe there's a glitch because they both say go to front. That shouldn't matter though, should it?
Yeah, it shouldn't matter. So see game over here. is only reacting to when I receive game over. So is there something that would cause game over also? Oh, I know what's happened. I know what's happened. I know what's happened.
What's
I know
happened?
what's happened. It thinks it ran out of time.
Because you stopped it, so the time...
Yeah, so if you remember, if you go back to the frog, at the bottom of the loop here, when this is all done running, it broadcasts game over. So let's fix that. Let's move all these things down a little bit because we're going to need a little space. Ah, that's a fun bug. That one took a little thinking. That's good. Love thinking.
Thinking exercises your brain.
Yes, the encoding is good for doing that. So all we need to do for that is to make sure that our time, where is data time, less than 0. We could also put a variable in here that simply says player 1. Say if they haven't won, then we go here. But let's go ahead and do it this way for now. Make it bigger. So you were right, they're both showing up, for sure.
And the other lily pads work too. That's a good thing.
Great. So we confirmed a lot of interesting things here. This isn't centered exactly, but like, who cares? We can fix that anytime we
Whatever.
want to. But that's cool. We've got logs. They're moving across the screen in different directions. They're different sizes. They're moving at different speeds. And we know that when our frog gets to the very end and jumps on a lily pad, he wins.
Yay!
So what are we missing? We're missing only 2 key components.
Ooh,
One is
splash.
Splashing.
Splash.
So splashing is supposed to have a sound, and it's supposed to reset us to purple. And the other thing that we're missing is that when you're on top of a turtle, you're supposed to move with the turtle. Okay, those are the only 2 things we have left to do to cover everything in the requirements for the competition, except for the extra stuff.
Then we're done.
Yep, and I think I'm going to leave the extra stuff for people to remix my project and do later
Yeah.
if they want to. So I think maybe 1 or 2 more segments and we can get both of those things working.
Yay.
The splash and the movement with the turtle. Maybe just 1.
Okay.
Maybe we're good enough to do that. So stick around for at least 1 more and we'll have this game up and running. And hopefully that will be it, and we'll have a lot of fun, and you can have some fun playing with it yourself if you want to remix it and play. All right, definite progress. That was fun. We got the whole game kind of looks like it's working. We're just missing 2 little tiny things. All right, I really enjoyed this one. We got to think a little bit. We got to fix some problems, and we got it all to the very good place. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye bye.